Ghost. Many wonder whether they are real or not. Do everyone believe in ghosts? Are they real? Where are they? Why can't we see them? Many questions pops out. Which is true? Which one is true? Movie such as Annabelle, Nun, Conjuring is made up for money? Maybe yes, maybe not. Many documentaries speaking about their existence in the real world, where our ancestor believes it and saw them in using their naked eyes. Ghost comes from many names. In Malaysia, we call them Pontianak. In Europe, they call them White Lady. In Japan, they call them Ayakashi. But all refers to one person, which is a woman with a white dress standing in the road. Hi, my name is Lokeshwari Balasubramani, and I'm here to share some facts. I would like to share something where my great-grandmother used to story this when she was young. When her days, back then 50s, they really restricted people to go out if it's more than 7 o'clock. And they were so afraid to even say their names. Now, in this generation, we hang out till 3 a.m. morning. So, what do you think the changes of us getting not believing, or we just refuse to believe it? I'm not going to conclude or assume stuffs by just my opinion. I'm going to have several people or my participants for their opinion and experience in immortal kind situation. Let's see.
Alright. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Percaya tak ada hantu?
Percaya?
Yes.
Yes, I believed in ghosts.
Not in ghosts, but I believe in spirits.
Have you seen ghosts?
No. Obviously no. I know dia ada, tapi tak semua orang boleh nampak kan.
Setakat ni tak pernah.
Nope, I never seen one.
No, I haven't seen a ghost. I never saw one, but I can feel when it's around.
Yeah, I seen it, but I feel it directly on my skin like that.
How do you feel when it's around?
Goosebump. And you feel like something watching you. I tak nampak, tapi kalau macam benda tu ada, dia macam meremang lah bulu roma. So I know lah benda tu ada.
Orang kata bulu roma akan beremang lah, lepas tu tak tahulah sebab tak pernah rasa kan, tak pernah jumpa, so dan harap memang tak nak jumpa lah.
Experience that I got to know that if a spirit or ghost is near to them, they can feel a chill or some goosebumps like that.
If I sense means maybe I will experience a goosebumps lah.
Okay, opinion benda tu I rasa maybe ada orang dia suka nak tengok benda tu, tapi kalau macam I tak nak, and I hope that I takkan jumpa lah benda-benda macam tu, because I suka outdoor, masuk hutan, so I tak nak jumpa benda-benda macam tu lah dalam hutan. Yeah.
With that perspective as well. So for me as a Muslim, I wajib believe in ghosts. It's not ghosts, but it's jinn and what they say, alam di sebalik mata kita. So alam gaib, that part. So it is true.
Hi there, my name is Twinkle. Thank you for the spooky introduction. And now let's get into subject. Firstly, not everyone can see ghosts, but certainly everyone can feel them. Generally, they say there is a goosebump and chill in their presence. Let me give you an example. Have you pushed a supermarket trolley? Have you noticed when the constant push the trolley, there is a static energy produced? And our vellus hair, or known as our hand hair, will race to the metal. The longer or faster we hold the metallic trolley, it will produce an electric shock. The same concept is used to detect the presence of them. And for today's project, we are able to detect their presence with the temperature factor and electrostatic factor.
Trying to be a ghostbuster but you don't have any equipment or device to detect the appearance of the ghost? Well, to own a ghostbuster detector device is quite expensive unless you are rich. Well, why not you just create one? To create one wasn't that hard. So let's see. You just need a few components. So all you need is an Arduino Uno, a buzzer, LED, solid wire, but you can use it as soldering wire instead, and also a resistor. This resistor you can use up to 3.3 mega ohm. The more the value, the more sensitivity. So a breadboard and also fuse jumpers. As you can see here, the buzzer was merged to the LED and then connected to the Arduino Uno. And then the buzzer also have to connect to the ground to the Arduino Uno. And however, this solid wire, you need to merge with the resistor over here. So once you are done connected, you are ready to go with uploading decoding to the Arduino. So upload decoding. There you go. So as you can see here, this is the circuit that after we uploading decoding to the Arduino Uno. As you can see, the LED and also the buzzer start to working, a beep sound and a blinking. So let's say I'm touching this solid wire. You see how it works? So actually, this is the main point, which is this solid wire will act as a sensor that will detect any motion or heat from an object, just like me touching it now. The more I touch it, the more it receives, the more it blink and beep. If I let go, it will have nothing to happen unless there's something appear, who knows. So how is this happen? Let's see the theory of these laws. Here's the law that apply in this detector, which is the Faraday's law and Lenz's law. So for Faraday's law, as we know that this relates the rate of change of magnetic flux through a loop to the magnetic of the electromotive force induced in the loop. So which means the heat or electromagnetic that received from the solid wire will be transmitted to the Arduino Uno. So that's why when the Faraday's law, which means the flux that produced from an object. Lenz's law is a consequence of conservation of energy applied to electromagnetic induction. While Faraday's law tells us the magnitude of the EMF produced, Lenz's law tells us the direction that current will flow. It states that the direction is always such that it will oppose the change in the flux which produces it. This means that any magnetic field produced by an induced current will be in the opposite direction to the change in the original field. Well, Lenz's law is typically incorporated into Faraday's law with a minus sign, the inclusion of which allows the same coordinate system to be used for both the flux and EMF. As you can see here, I'm using a box
and I attach all these into this box. It will look like this. The size is varies depending on your circuit. So since I'm using a brick box, so the box must be bigger. So this is how it looks. So this one, since we are already uploaded coding to the Arduino Uno, so now we can directly connect it to the source. So for my case, I'm using a power bank. So this is the antenna. See? So for this one is my hand, but for now I'm gonna test it using a phone cable. So this is the phone cable that I'm in. So it's already turned on. You can see the blue lights. So let's try it. So for this device, it is very suitable for beginners who are trying to build a ghost detector, because we could say that it is EMF detector. They're trying to be a ghostbuster. Well, it's a good choice.
We already learned about the working principle and the theory of electromagnetic field, or known as EMF, that is related to the ghost detecting device. So now, I would like to explain a little bit on the applications of EMF in real life, their benefits and concerns. There are two types of electromagnetic fields, and those are natural sources and human-made sources. Electromagnetic fields are present everywhere in our environment, but are invisible to the human eye. Electric fields are produced by the local buildup of electric charges in the atmosphere associated with thunderstorms. The Earth's magnetic field causes a compass needle to orient in a north-south direction and is used by birds and fish for navigation. The electromagnetic spectrum also includes fields generated by human-made sources. It is used to solve problems in many fields of study such as medical, engineering, and etc. X-rays are employed to diagnose a broken limb after a sport accident. The electricity that comes out of every power socket has associated low-frequency electromagnetic fields, and various kinds of higher frequency radio waves are used to transmit information, whether via TV antennas, radio stations, or mobile phone base stations. Next, I will explain a cause for concern in electromagnetic fields. Exposure to electromagnetic fields is not a new phenomenon. However, in today's society, environmental exposure to man-made electromagnetic fields has been steadily increasing as growing electricity demand. Advanced technologies and changes in social behavior have created more and more artificial sources. Therefore, the question as to whether or not they can damage our health is an important one. The effects of long-term exposure to low-intensity EMF are not at all well known, and it is exposure to this type of fields that is growing. Exposure to electromagnetic fields, if they are strong enough, can lead to short-term health effects. Exposure to low-frequency fields that are strong enough can lead to dizziness, seeing light flashes, and feeling tingling or pain through stimulation of nerves. Exposure to radio frequency fields that are strong enough can lead to heating of body tissue and result in damage to tissues and organs. For both low frequency and radio frequency fields, exposure limits have been set below which these acute effects do not occur. It is true that electromagnetic fields are deliberately used in many things to achieve particular benefits, but we can't deny some of the disadvantages that can affect our health. As a conclusion, the Ghost Detector device project helps us understand the concept of electromagnetic fields and the laws involved in making the device. We can now proudly watch the Ghostbusters movie. We are able to determine the effects of electromagnetic fields on all organisms, especially humans. Last but not least, there are no solid proof on the existence of ghosts in real life. It's all up to one's belief and imagination. That's all from us. Thank you and enjoy watching.